And the fifth level of tiers we call our Fusion Health Heroes, because you're actually going to go as far as you can to take care of yourself. So what comes up with this level of reward is actually a consultation with me, as well as the shout out, the book, being on the show, and getting access to either live or recorded access to the Take Back Your Health webinar series. So what that would actually look like, just to be clear, I have an online practice as well as my in-town or in-person practice, and I get to work with people all over the world. So if you feel like you're looking for some kind of support with someone with my kind of training and background, all you would need to do is obviously commit to this level of support, and then we would induct you into my practice. We'd go through about a 90-minute initial consultation where we check in through some questionnaires and through a really long conversation, your whole medical history, try and figure out what's going on and why, get into some recommendations for diet, lifestyle, perhaps exercise supplements, other things like that. And if it seems necessary, I'll recommend or at least explain to you what lab tests would work and how to move ahead. If you choose to do the lab testing through my clinic at a distance, that can, it has a little bit of the fiddly bits to get that organized, but it's doable for the most part. Or if you'd rather do lab testing locally with a clinician and then come back to me with those results. Either way, we can make that work. And then usually this would include about a 45-minute follow-up session after you get the results from the lab tests. Or if you're not doing lab tests, you would just basically tell me how you're doing after a few weeks. And if things are going great, way to go. And if things aren't quite there, we'll spend some time to figure out what it is that we're missing. And after that second consultation, if it seems necessary, I'll definitely more directly recommend specific lab tests to help you be well. So that's about a $300 investment usually to come into my practice and get those 2 appointments and all that advice and support. And I think this is a great thing for people because not only are you going to have access to all of the other awards and all that information and training in basically functional medicine, you're going to basically have a chance to have me as your doctor, or at least one of your doctors. So if that seems like something that really is going to help support you and you don't have a lot of money to invest right now in your health, then you can basically do this over the period of a year while getting basically everything that you want done. So instead of coming up with a lot of those kind of funds all at once, that way you can basically participate as a patron of the show and become a patient and get that kind of guidance. And obviously during the Q&A sessions, if there's something coming up for you, you'll be able to get that answer on a monthly basis without even having to make an appointment. So I think that's a pretty cool thing. So those are our basic tiers or levels of reward for being a patron for our 2018 Patreon campaign. Hope that gives you a sense of clarity, and I really, really hope you're going to be able to help us out, keep the show going, and make it better every time we do it. Thank you so much for watching this video, and blessings and good health to you and yours.